Good morning children, you are all warmly welcome to our studio. So today we are going to learn the topic that is a Clitoria Ternatea. So we are going to see the characters of Clitoria Ternatea. Okay, first we are going to see the systematic position of the Clitoria Ternatea. So already we studied in the Fabaceae family. The same thing, that is a kingdom is a Plantae, class Dicotyledonnae, and the subclass is Polypetalae, and the series is Calciflorae, order Rosales, and family is Fabaceae. So what is the genus? That is a Clitoria, and species or that is a Ternatea. Okay, that is here. So genus is Clitoria and Ternatea is a species. Okay, so additionally we add that's a Clitoria Ternatea. Clitoria is genus and Ternatea that is a species name. Okay, so that is in Tamil name that is a Sangupushpam. Okay, Sangupushpam flower we know very well. Everywhere we can see that is a purple color and white color flowers are available. Okay, so today we are going to see each and every character. So how the root, stem, leaf, flower, okay, inflorescence. So what about the floral characters, seed, okay, everything we are going to see one by one. So already explained about the Plantae, Dicotyledonnae, Polypetalae, Calciflorae, Rosales and Fabaceae in yesterday classes, isn't it? I hope you understand very well. So next we are going to see the first character, that is a habit. Okay, the botanical descriptions of Clitoria. The first one is a habit. Okay, so what is the habit of Clitoria Ternatea? The habit of Clitoria Ternatea is a twinning climber. Okay, so that's a twin climber. They cannot stand erectly. Okay, they need some support. Okay, so neighbor plants they have to climbing to survive. Okay, so survive they climb because the stem is very weak. Okay, so the habit is a climber. It's a twinning climber. So that's twinning so next one we are going to see the root. Okay, so what type of root system in the Clitoria Ternatea? So already we discussed. So that is your taproot system. Okay, because that is belongs to the class Dicotyledonnae. Okay, so what is the nature of the root in Clitoria Ternatea? So that is a leguminous plants. So which is associated with some other organism. That is, they have to exhibit here some mutual relationship. That is a symbiotic relationship. Okay, so the root consists of, that is a branched taproot system. It having a nodules. That's a tubercles. Already we studied. That's a tubercles. Okay, it consists of the Rhizobium leguminosarum. That is a Rhizobium leguminosarum. So that is a bacteria. So that is a symbiotic bacteria. Okay. So this is a tubercles. Okay, that's a nodules. Nodules are tubercles. Okay, it consists of your rhizobium. So already we know very well rhizobium is used to fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. Okay, at the same time the plant gives shelter to the rhizobium. So that is called symbiotic relationship. So what type of root in Clitoria Ternatea? That is a branched taproot system. Okay, so first we studied the habit and second one we studied that is your root. So next we are going to see the stem. So what type of the stem in the Clitoria Ternatea? Okay, so it has a aerial stem. What is the meaning of the aerial? If the plant is growing above the ground level, that is called a aerial. Okay, the stem is very weak. So they need some support. Then only they have to climbing the neighboring plants. Okay, that is a weak stem and a twinner. Okay, aerial, weak stem and twinner. Each and every word is very important for that. Okay, then in the botanical description. So next we are going to see the leaf. Okay, so what type of the leaf? That's a commonly we study that's a alternate in conditions. Okay, so that's a alternate arrangement means each node has a single leaf. One node leaf so that's a stipulate means the base of the leaf consists of a so extra outgrowth that is a stipulate showing the reticulate venations. Okay, so reticulate venation, that is a main character of Dicotyledonnae. It has a main midrib. From the midrib the lateral veins are arise. Okay, from the lateral veins, that is your veinlets are formed. Okay, it's look like a net-like structure. Okay, it's not easily tear. So that is a net-like formation. Easy tear panna mudiyadhu. So that is a reticulate venations. So what about in the imparipinnately? Okay, so imparipinnately means the leaflets having a, so that is a odd in number. Okay, in the nunila neenga pathinga appadina, so it has odd in number. If it has a even number, inga rendu leaf irunduchu appadina, this is a peripinnately. Okay, but it has only so one leaf. Okay, ஒரே ஒரு leaflets, not leaf, there's a leaflets. Okay, the arrangement of the leaflets in odd in number என்னுடைய terminalல odd in number இருந்துச்சு அப்படினு சொன்னா, so odd in number அப்படினு சொல்லும்போது 1 3 5 அப்படி சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, அதுல வந்து 1 அப்படிங்கிறது odd in number இங்க. So single leaflets இருந்துச்சு அப்படினா, that is called imparipinnately. If it has a two leaflets, that is a peripinnately. Okay. So alternate, another one is here stipulate, and showing the reticulate venations. The leaflets are one that is here stipulate. Okay, so stipulate அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து என்ன அப்படினா, so base of the leaf. If example for this is here, so leaf, this is a compound leaf. இதனுடைய compound leafல வந்து இந்த இடத்துல the base of the compound leaf, this is the base of the, so compound leaf has a extra outgrowth that is called a stipulate. Okay, leaf oda base region la extra outgrowth irundadna adukku peru stipulate அப்படினு சொல்றோம். At the same time each leaflet, அதாவது the leaflet la வந்து சின்ன extra outgrowth இருந்துச்சு அப்படினா that's a stipulate. Okay, this is stipulate, this is called a stipulate. Okay, leaflets are stipulate in conditions. Okay, so petiolate and the stipules are the pulvinated. Okay, so எல்லா petioles and the base of the petioles வந்து கொஞ்சம் bulged ஆ இருக்கும். அதே மாதிரி each வந்து stipules அப்படிங்கிறது என்னது அப்படினா, so that is the compound leaf இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த compound leafல இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த small stalk, the extra outgrowth சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, that's a stipulate. Okay வா, so that is that's a bulged in region, so that is known as a pulvinous. The pulvinous is the main character of, so dicotyledonous plant. Okay, dicot leafல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு main character தான் pulvinous அப்படினு சொல்றோம். Example for pulvinate, that's a Clitoria, Ternatea. Okay, so that's the leaf, characters of the leaf in Clitoria, Ternatea. The first one is a imparipinnately, next one is a alternate, next is stipulate, next showing the reticulate venations. The leaflets are stipulate and petiolate and stipules are pulvinated. What is the meaning of petiolate? If it has the petiole is that, that's a petiolate. Okay, so petiole absent ஆயிருந்தது அப்படினா, that is a sessile in condition. So next we are going to see the inflorescence. We studied the vegetative characters. The first one is the habit, root, stem and leaf. Okay, so this is the vegetative characters of the Clitoria, Ternatea. Next we are going to see the, let's say, inflorescence character. Okay, that's a floral character. So what is the inflorescence? What type of inflorescence in the Clitoria, Ternatea? That is a solitary axillary flowers. Okay, solitary means it has a single flower. Okay, so axillary, the flower is raised on the axillary region, that is called a axillary flower. Okay, so what type of inflorescence in Clitoria, Ternatea? That is here axillary and solitary flowers. So already we discussed that's a floral characters in general character. Okay, the Fabaceae or general characters la நம்ம எல்லாமே பார்த்தோம். So the first one is here bracteate. Okay, so what is the bracteate? If the bract is present, that is called a bracteate. Okay, so where is the bract? The bract is present on the base of the pedicel. Okay, the base of the pedicel has a extra outgrowth is called, that is here bract. So this is called here bracteate. If the bract is present, that is a bracteate. If the bract is absent, that is a ebracteate. Bract illa அப்படினா, that is called ebracteate அப்படினு சொல்றோம். Okay வா, so if it has a bracteoles, this is called a bracteoles. Bracteoles are epicalyx. Bracteoles வந்து என்னது, epicalyx. Okay வா, so epicalyx are called bracteoles. It has a two bracteoles, so that is a bracteolate is present. Okay, so otherwise if it is absent அப்படினா, that is a ebracteolate. Okay, next bracteoles usually large. Okay, இங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய bracteoles வந்து பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா சைடுல இதுல உள் பக்கத்துல இருக்கும், that's a bracteoles are somewhat large. So usually hibiscus எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா குட்டி குட்டி bracteoles வந்து இருக்கும், but it has a large bracteoles are present. Okay, so pedicellate. So what is the meaning of pedicellate? It has the pedicels. The stalk of the flower is called pedicel. It has a pedicel. So pedicellate. Okay, so pedicels இல்லனா sessile flowers அப்படி நம்ம சொல்லலாம். Next, heteroclamidious. Already explained in the general characters. Heteroclamidious. Hetero means two different. Okay, the accessory whorls are differentiated into the calyx and corolla. So that is here differentiated. Accessory whorl differentiated on heterochlamydias. If it is not differentiated, abdina, that is here monochlamydias in conditions. So monochlamydias le enna solluvom abdina, it has a perianth. Okay, heterochlamydias, the accessory whorls are differentiated into calyx and corolla, but in the monochlamydias that is not differentiated, so that whole is called perianth. Okay, each segment of the perianth is called, that is a tepals. So here the calyx and corolla is differentiated. This is a calyx, this is a corolla. Okay, so that is differentiated, so that is called heterochlamydias in condition. So next one is a complete flower. Okay, so how can we say that is a complete flower? All the floral parts are present, so that is a complete flower. So what are the floral parts are here? It is a pentamerous in conditions. Okay, including the epicalyx, that is a pentamerous in condition. So another one, that is a bisexual flower. Okay, so male and female sex organs are present, so that is called a bisexual flowers. And next, pentamerous already explained. So zygomorphic. So when we have to divide the flower into two equal halves, rendu equal halves are separated through only one plane, so that is called a zygomorphic, that is a bilateral symmetry. If it is cut into two equal halves through any plane, that is known as a radial symmetry. Abdina radial, idana bilateral symmetry. Okay. So next, hypogynous. So hypogynous, the ovary is situated in, that is above the calyx, corolla and androecium. So that is a superior ovary is present, so that is a hypogynous in conditions. Okay, so this is a floral characters of, that is a Clitoria Ternatea. Okay, ma, if they will ask in the 5-mark question, you must explain each and every term. So every term is so meaningful. Okay, you must know the meaning, then only you can write easily. So next we are going to see the calyx. Okay, the first whole of the accessory that is a calyx. So calyx is composed of number of sepals. So how many sepals are here? Here we can see the 5 sepals. The 5 sepals are arranged in, that is a valvate estivation. That is arranged in the valvate estivation. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has a 5 sepals. 5 sepals are united. So that is called a synsepalous in conditions. So otherwise called, that is a gamosepalous. Otherwise that is called gamosepalous. Okay. If it is free from one another, abdina, that is a polysepalous. Okay. So this is a gamosepalous or synsepalous in conditions. So what type of estivation is there, abdina? That is a valvate estivation. So what is the meaning of valvate estivations? So all the margin of the sepals are so touched to one another. Okay. If it is overlapping, that is called a so twisted estivation. So if it touch pannuchuna, that is a valvate estivation. Okay. So next one, that is a green in color, that is we know very clearly. So calyx are green in color, so because the presence of the chlorophyll, so they can carry out the process photosynthesis. Okay. So what is another function? Innor function enna appdin pathina, they have to protect the flower in bud conditions. Okay va, adu bud ah irukapodhu moodi paadukakka kudiyadhu vandu edhu appdina, that is here and the calyx da adu vandu paadukakkum. Okay va. So next is showing the valvate estivation, I explained. So odd sepal in anterior in position. Okay. So which one is the odd sepal? So this is a odd sepal. Okay, the odd sepal is in the anterior position. If it is present here, that is a posterior in position. This mele irunduchuna posterior. So inga keela irukradanaala that is a anterior in positions. Okay ma. So this is a posterior, that is a anterior in position is like that. Or flower oda so mun pagudi pin pagudi appdi pirikrom. Okay. So that is a character of calyx. Okay. So calyx, that is a, how many sepals are there? It has a 5 sepals. The sepals are united, so that is a gamosepalous or synsepalous in condition. So what type of estivation is there? That is a valvate estivation. So where is the odd sepal? The odd sepal is present in the so anterior region. Okay. Next we are going to see the corolla, that is a number of petals together to forming a corolla. So how many petals are here? It has a 5 petals are present. Okay. How it is arranged? The 5 petals are so arranged in, so this is a petals. Okay, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It has here 5 petals. Okay. So in the 5 petals, that's the three petals are separated from one another. Okay, இதுல மூணு வந்து எப்படி இருக்குன்னா தனித்தனியா இருக்கு. That is not united. Okay, that is a separated. Okay, but what about in that the last petals? That is here anterior petal. இதுக்கு பேர் என்ன பேர்னா this is a anterior petals. This is here posterior petal, and either side that is here lateral petals. Okay, so here that is anterior petals are that is a united. Okay, அது மட்டும் தான் வந்து எப்படி இருக்குன்னா that is a gamopetalous in conditions. Okay va, that is a synpetalous in conditions. What about that 3, 4, 5? 3, 4, 5 that is separated from one another. So அத நம்ம எப்படி சொல்லணும் polypetalous in condition. Okay, so இது gamopetalous, அது மூணு வந்து என்னது polypetalous because that is separated from one another. Okay va, so எந்த petals இணைஞ்சிருக்கு அப்படினு பார்த்தோம்னா that is the anterior petals are united to each other. Okay, so that is your white. What is the color of the petals? The petals are different color in Clitoria Ternatea. It may be a purple color லையும் இருக்கு, அதே மாதிரி white color லையும் இருக்கு. Somewhat other colors due to the hybrid variety we can see the different colors. Mixing colors we can see. Okay, so irregular papillonaceous in conditions. Okay, so irregular means the petals, the size of the petals are is a vary from one another. Okay va, so ஒரு petals பாத்தீங்கன்னா posterior petal ரொம்ப பெருசா இருக்குது, so anterior petal is very very small, the lateral petals are somewhat in the so moderate size la வந்து இருக்கு. So each petals are different size. Okay, so that is a irregular in shape and structure. Okay, so this is a papillonaceous arrangement. Actually, so that is a posterior petal is overlapping the lateral petals. இதுதான் posterior petal na, இது lateral petals overlap பண்ணுது. Lateral petals are overlapping the anterior petals. Okay, so that arrangement is called a papillonaceous arrangement. So that estivation is called, that is here imbricate estivation. That is a descendingly imbricate estivations. Okay, ஏனா மேல இருந்து அப்படியே கீழ இறங்கிட்டே இருக்கறதுனால descendingly imbricate estivation அப்படி நம்ம சொல்றோம். ஓகேவா, so that is a polypetalous or apopetalous. Apopetalsனாலும் free ன்னு அர்த்தம். ஓகேவா, so not all the petals are apopetalous. Okay, only 3 petals are apopetalous in condition. So கீழ இருக்க கூடிய ரெண்டு petals மட்டும் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு அப்படினா, so that is a synpetalous. Okay va, இது ரெண்டு தான் synpetalous, மேல இருக்கிற மூணு வந்து அப்படினா apopetalous in conditions. So what is the papillonaceous arrangement? It has a different size and structure of the petals. Okay, so what are the name of the petals? Petals name பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா, so that is a posterior petal. Okay, this is a lateral petals, and other one that is a anterior petal அப்படினு சொல்றோம். So actually posterior வந்து vexillum, that petal is called. Okay va, so lateral வந்து wing petals அப்படினு சொல்லுவோம். So this is called a, it's a carina. It is a anterior petals or carina. Okay, yesterday we studied about it, isn't it? Okay, so showing the descendingly imbricate estivation. Descendingly imbricate na, so first posterior வந்து lateral overlap பண்ணுது, lateral வந்து anterior overlapping பண்ணுது. Okay va, so that is the condition is showing descendingly imbricate estivation. Okay, so next we are going to see the essential whorls. Okay, so what are essential whorl? Androecium and Gynecium are called essential whorl. Okay, so the first one is the androecium. That's the third whorl is androecium. So number of stamens are together to forming a androecium. Okay, so how many stamens are present in the Clitoria Ternatea? It has here 10 stamens. How it is arranged? Okay, 10 stamens and 10 stamens எப்படி arranged ஆயிருக்கு அப்படினு பார்த்தோம்னா, they have to forming a diadelphous in condition. Diadelphous na, it has a 2 bundles. Okay, the 9 stamens are together to forming a single bundle, and another only one is forming another bundle. Okay, அப்ப 9 plus 1 arrangementல தான் இருக்கு. Okay, so where we can see the 9 plus 1 arrangement of the stamens அப்படினு question வந்துச்சுனா, so that is we can see in the Fabaceae, especially in the Clitoria Ternatea. Okay, so the 9 stamens fused to form a bundle, and the 10th stamen is free. Free na தனியா இருக்குது. Okay, we consider this is another bundle. அது ஒரு bundle, இது ஒரு bundle. அதனால என்ன சொல்றோம்? Diadelphous in condition. Okay, so anthers are diptychous. Okay, so what is the diptychous? The anther is divided into 2 locules. So this is the anther. It consists of 2 locules. இப்படி பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரெண்டு locules வந்து இருக்கும். ஓகேவா, so each locule பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா, we can see the 2 theca. When we have to take the cross sections, that is a tetrasporangia in conditions. ஒரு 4 locules வந்து உள்ள இருக்கும், 4 lobes மாதிரி இருக்கும். That's a tetrasporangia in condition. Okay va? So adhe idu vandu monothecus அப்படினா so ரெண்டு நம்ம microsporangia பார்க்கலாம். Okay va? இதுல வந்து 4 microsporangia. We can see the 4 lobe of the microsporangia. So that is a dithecus in conditions. Okay, that is a basifixed. Basifixed அப்படிங்கிறது the filaments are so fixed in the anther in the basal region. Okay va? So இதுதான் வந்து anther அப்படினா இதனுடைய base regionல filament வந்து fix ஆகுது. This is a filament. Okay, so that is a basifixed in condition. Okay, the anthers are dithecus and basifixed. Okay, so introse and degazing by the longitudinal slits. Okay, introse அப்படிங்கிறது so they have to when the spores are liberated as a pollen grains liberate ஆகும்போது they have to looking towards the plant. Looking towards the flower நோக்கி இருந்துச்சுனா that is a introrus in conditions. அதே outlook இருந்துச்சு அப்படினா that is a extrorus in conditions. Okay, if it is dehiscent towards the plant or dehiscent out of the plant. Okay, based on that is a classified. Okay, introrus dehiscing. We can see the introrus dehiscing in the Clitoria Ternatea. Okay, you can see once again. So androecium in Clitoria Ternatea, it has here 10 stamens. Okay, it is a diadelphous in condition. It means 2 bundles are present. So that is a 9+1 arrangement. 9 stamens are together and only 1 stamens are so free. Okay, only 1 stamen is free. Okay, so how that is attached to the anthers, the filament is attached to that anther in the basal region. So that is called a basifixed arrangement. Okay, it has here 2 lobes. So that is a dithecus. Okay, 2 theca, that is a dithecus. Dithecus in arrangement. So when we have to see the cross section, we can see the 4 lobes, 4 microsporangia are present. Okay, so when the pollen grains are liberated in the outside of the plant, so that is a inside of the plant, that's a introrus in condition. If it is outside, so that is a extrorus in condition. Okay, how it is liberated na longitudinally. So this இந்த மாதிரி cross அப்படி இருந்துச்சுனா cross அப்படிங்கிறது இந்த மாதிரி this is a longitudinal in condition. Longitudinal slits இப்படி இருந்தா இப்படி open ஆகும். So it's a longitudinal slits. Okay, so next we are going to see the Gynecium. So Gynecium is a female part of the flower. Okay, so what is the character of the Gynecium? That is a monocarpellary. Monocarpellary means it has a single carpels. Okay, it has a unilocular. Each locule comes as up. So this is an example for CS of ovary. So it has a locule. This is a ovule. Over locule, over ovules வந்து இருந்துச்சுனா that is a monocarpellary in conditions. Okay, so that is a marginal placentation. The placenta is raised in the marginal regions. Yesterday we saw that picture. That is a marginal region. So the placenta is raised in the marginal region, especially in the Pisum sativum. Okay, so even in the Clitoria Ternatea also has a marginal placentation arrangement. Okay, so placenta is a special tissue which is used to so connect the seed to the ovary. Okay, so seed ovary oda connect பண்ணது, that means there is a seed fruit oda connect பண்ணக்கூடிய அந்த tissue க்கு பேரு தான் that is a placenta. That is a marginal placentation is there. Okay, so ovary is a superior ovary. That's a hypogynous in condition. Hypogynous அப்படினா superior ovary. Okay ma, so what is the style and stigma? Okay ma, so Gynecium அப்படினு பார்த்தோம்னா it has a ovary, style and stigma. So what type of the style? Actually the style is very simple. Okay ma, style is very simple in nature and எந்த modification அதுல இல்ல அப்படினு அர்த்தம். Okay ma, it has a stigma. Okay, the stigma is somewhat that is a curved in conditions. It is a incurved with a feathery stigma. So this is a stigma portion. That is a stigma is a feathery in condition. Stigma வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த இடத்துல வந்து கொஞ்சம் அப்படி எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஒரு ஹேர் மாதிரி இருக்கும். So that is a feathery like structure. Okay, feather எப்படி இருக்குமோ அதே மாதிரி இருக்கும். So the feathery stigma is present in which species அப்படினு கேட்டாங்கன்னா that is in the Clitoria Ternatea, which is belongs to the family Fabaceae. Okay ma, so that is a incurved. Okay, இது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு கொஞ்சம் curve-ஆ வந்து இருக்கு. It has a feather like structure. Okay, that is a Gynecium. So once again see that there is a monocarpellary, unilocular. Okay, so with many ovules, it has a more ovules are there, but each ovules are located in the each locule. Okay, it has a marginal placentation and hypogynous. It means that is a superior ovary. Okay, the style is simple, but stigma is some modified. Okay, stigma is a incurved and feathery like structure. Okay, so next we are going to see the fruit. Okay, fruit means that is a vegetable. So fruit அப்படினு சொல்றோம். So this is a what type of the fruit அப்படினு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா already we studied the classification of the fruit. So that is your dry dehiscent, dry indehiscent, simple, okay, fleshy, everything is studied. Okay, so this is belongs to the group that is a legume. Okay, that's a legume seed அப்படினு சொல்றோம். This is a non-endospermous. Okay, so non-endospermous means they don't have a there is a endosperms is present. Okay va, so in the type of seedling லாம் வந்து என்ன ஆகும் அப்படினா, so after the germination they can be grow very well. Okay, which is not depending upon the cotyledons. இந்த cotyledons இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த எனர்ஜியை எடுத்து இது வளராது. so அதுக்கே எனர்ஜி இருக்கும், அதுக்கே ஃபுட் வந்து இருக்கும். ஓகேவா, so அது வந்து அந்த ஃபுட் cotyledons இருக்கக்கூடிய ஃபுட்டை எடுக்காம so தானாவே அது வளரக்கூடிய அதுக்கு தேவையான ஃபுட் வந்து கிடைக்கும். அதுதான் நான் எண்டோஸ்போமஸ். ஓகேவா, எண்டோஸ்போம்ஸ் மீன்ஸ் some of the seedlings. Okay, so இப்போ சில சீட்லிங்ஸ்க்கு வந்து அதனுடைய சீடுல இருந்து வந்து ஃபுட்டை எடுத்துரும். then only the cotyledons are very thin. cotyledons வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா வந்து so that cotyledons சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, சீட்ஸ்ல இருந்து ரெண்டா பிரிச்சோம்னா cotyledons. so அந்த cotyledons வந்து ரொம்ப தின்னா இருக்கும். so அது வந்து ஏன் தின்னா இருக்கு அப்படினா, because they supplying the nutrition to the so developing seedlingsக்கு தேவையான ஃபுட்டை வந்து சப்ளை பண்ணும். ஓகேவா, so this is belongs to the non endospermous seeds. ஓகேவா, seeds ஓட shape வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா there's a kidney shape. so that is a reniform. reniformனா meaning வந்து என்ன, kidney shape. ஓகேவா, that's a legume seed. so non endospermous, another one is a reniform. So next one is your floral diagram. Okay, how to draw the floral diagram. Actually the floral diagram, so first you have to draw the so four circle or four circles mari போட்டுட்டு, so the outermost circle you have to divide it into 5 segments. Okay va, and the 5 segments la you can easily draw the triangle shape. Okay, so the 5 segments எப்படி இருக்கும்னா it must be equal. Okay, equal segments ஆ தான் அது இருக்கணும். but what about in the petals? Okay va, so next second whole வந்து it is divided into so 5 segments but unequal ஆ divide பண்ணனும். so the மேல இருக்கக்கூடிய posterior that is petals are somewhat large. Okay va, so that is a lateral petals வந்து equal ஆ இருக்கணும். Okay, so another one that is your anterior petal, it should be very small in size compared to the posterior. lateral compare பண்ணும்போது இது கொஞ்சம் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கணும், small size தான் வந்து இருக்கணும். Okay, so on the inner side we can see that is a androecium. Okay, so how many stamens you must draw only the 5 stamens. Okay, so each ones are considered as a stamen. so this is each one is a stamen. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, it has a 9 stamens are there. The 9 stamens are together, then only you have to draw the circle along with the stamens. Okay, அதை attach பண்ற மாதிரி நம்ம ஒரு circle போடுறோம். only one stamen is free. Okay, so that is towards the as a posterior petal. posterior petalக்கு நேரா தான் அந்த stamens இருக்கணும். ஓகேவா, it is a rules இப்படி தான் draw பண்ணனும்னு இருக்கு. so inside we can see that is a monocarpellary. so that is a ovules are present. Okay, so what about this? This is your bract. so this is your bracteoles. Okay, so based on the floral diagram we must draw the we must write the floral formula. Okay, so the floral diagram is carrying the 2 marks. the floral formula is only 1 mark. Okay, if it is a 3 mark question ஆயிருந்தா 2 mark அப்படினா so each one is carrying 1 mark. Okay va, floral diagram is very important. if you know to draw the floral diagram, if you know very well about the floral diagram, you can easily explain all the floral characters. Okay, so calyx, corolla, androecium, gynecium எல்லா floral characters ஈஸியா நீங்க explain பண்ணிடலாம். Okay va, floral diagram தெரிஞ்சாலே உங்களுக்கு போதுமானது. so the floral diagram la how many, the first we are going to see that is a bract. Okay, so the bract is present. இங்க பார்க்கிறோம் bract வந்து இருக்கு. so bract is present, that is a BR. Okay, so what is the BRL? Okay, so bracteoles are present. Okay, which is the bracteoles? it has a 2 bracteoles. that's a large sized bracteoles. Okay va, so கொஞ்சம் large ஆ இருக்கக்கூடியது தான் இதுல bracteoles. so this is a bracteolate. Okay, and next one, this is a percentage மாதிரி இருக்கு இல்லையா, this is a zygomorphic. so we can divide the flower into 2 equal halves through only one plane. Okay, that is a bilateral symmetry. so இது வழியா மட்டும் தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும், ரெண்டா கட் பண்ண முடியும். Okay, that's a bilateral symmetry, that is a zygomorphic in condition. So what about another one? This is a bisexual. Okay. So the male and female sex organs are present. That is here androecium and gynecium. Both of them is present. So we have to draw. This is here bisexual in condition. Okay. So next one is here K. K அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து that is here carionth. Okay ma. So calyx க்கு ஒரு பேர் வந்து என்னன்னா carionth அப்படிங்கிறது. So calyx. So it's a K. Okay. So how many sepals are there? So how many sepals are present அப்படினு பார்த்தோம் அப்படினா it has a 5 sepals. எத்தனை sepals இருக்கு? So it has a 5 sepals. அதனால 5 போட்டுருக்கோம். Okay. The 5 sepals are united. So you have to draw the that is your put it in the bracket. Okay. அங்க வந்து என்ன போடுறோம்? bracket போடுறோம். bracket போட்டா it is a united அப்படினு அர்த்தம். ஓகேவா? Next another one is a corolla. Okay. How many petals are there? It has a 5 petals. Okay. So இந்த 5 petals நீ கரெக்ட்டா எழுதணும் அப்படினு பார்த்தேனா so in the C la vandu that is a corolla. So it has here 3 petals are free and another 2 petals that is here united in conditions. Okay, but inga enna irukuna there is a corolla 5 petals that is here free. Okay, next one that is a androecium. Okay, how many stamens? There is a 10 stamens. So 9 stamens are together adanal bracket la potrukanga. So only one stamen is free. Okay, so what about in the gynecium? It is here monocarpellary. Monocarpellary it has here only one carpel. Only one carpel is there. அதனால enna போட்டுருக்கோம்? This is here 1. Okay, so that is superior in conditions. So you have to draw the line in down. G க்கு கீழ வந்து line draw பண்ணா superior ovary. So மேல draw பண்ணோம் அப்படினா that is a inferior ovary. Okay, so that is a floral formula. Okay, so you can learn with the help of the floral formula. Okay, to study the floral diagram. illa floral diagram vechu floral formula nama எழுதிடலாம். The both of them is very very important. Okay, so if you know that, once again I am telling, if you know to draw the diagram, floral diagram and floral formula, if you know very well, you can explain each and every character of the flowers ella character நீ அழகா explain பண்ணிடலாம். It's very important 5 mark question. Okay, so like that we are going to learn 2-3 species. So I hope you could understand very well. So next we are going to learn the economic importance. Tomorrow we are going to see the economic importance. So once again you can recall that botanical descriptions of Clitoria Ternatea. The first we are going to write the systematic position. Okay, and second one you are going to write what is the habit, then root, then stem and leaf. Okay, that is your vegetative characters. So next you are going to explain the floral characters. The first one is the inflorescence. The next one is a flower. Okay, under the flower you are going to explain that is a calyx, corolla, androecium, gynecium. Okay, then explain the fruit and finally so explain the seed. Okay, the finalist one is that is a floral diagram and floral formula. Okay, so you must write each and everything for that 5 mark question. Okay, otherwise this is a incomplete. Okay, edavadhu nee vittutena adu incomplete aayidum. Okay va, so complete flower, incomplete flower solranga, so adha mari aayidum. Okay, so I hope children you could understand very well. So thank you so much for your watching our channel. Okay, keep on watching, give your support and share and like to our channel. Thank you children.